From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let's get you right to it. We got a lot to talk about, and again, walk you through the timing of that storm system as it's expected to move through over the next couple of days. It's approaching today, moving through tomorrow, and then moving out of the region by Saturday. So highs will stay below normal. We're going to keep temperatures well below normal. Quite a drop today, especially tomorrow, and even into your Saturday before temperatures start to climb after that. Cooler with rain and thunderstorms for especially Friday, Saturday, although later this afternoon and evening, some areas could see some activity. We'll get into that here in a second. Snow levels as low as 7,000 feet. Yeah, we're talking snow here in August, but that's not going to last forever because we do have that triple-digit heat to return to the valley here as we go into early next week. Your neighborhood forecast at a glance today. So you can kind of see the timing a little bit here, depending on where you are. For the valley, yeah, around Redding, maybe Red Bluff, you can see a chance for some showers late this afternoon, early evening. Otherwise, dry for the rest of the valley, even into tonight. Trinity County, a chance for some stray showers, sprinkles here and there. That's the case for the North Coast as well. Better chances late this afternoon, evening for Siskiyou County to maybe see some thunderstorm activity there, but should be dry all day long for Modoc County and the eastern mountains. We're going to get to that timing here in a second here, looking at futurecast. Before we do that, let's talk about that fire danger. Yes, we're talking showers, we're talking thunderstorms, but still, the main storm system responsible for that will bring us gusty winds today, not to mention low humidity. So that's why we have the elevated fire risk for today and even for parts of tomorrow as well. Weather Service has issued a red flag warning for Modoc County and Lassen County in effect through tonight. Again, because you saw where that elevated fire weather risk is. Look at the winds here this afternoon. We're seeing 20, 30, even 35 miles per hour for many of the areas where we do have the highest fire weather risk. We take you to tomorrow, still pretty gusty, but as we go into your Friday, right? Maybe not as bad, but still gusty nonetheless. And then going into your Saturday, we should start to finally see those winds begin to die down. Now we look at the humidity levels. Yes, they're going up thanks to those cooler temperatures, but they are still going to be fairly low enough that we do have that elevated fire risk, especially for Modoc County, eastern Lassen County. Even better as we go into your Friday with those humidity levels. So again, as we really start to see the humidity levels go up, of course the fire risk goes down as well. But by the time we get into Saturday, we're going to start to see some drier air begin to move in, especially going into Sunday. So here's what I'm tracking as we go through at least Saturday morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. The timing of that, we're going to take a look at it here in a second. Gusty south-southwest winds from the main area of low pressure responsible from all of this. Periods of heavy rainfall, hail, and lightning. Once again, we'll get into the timing of that. And snow. Yes, we're talking snow down to as low as 7,000 feet. It'll probably be an inch or less, but should make for a beautiful sight as we look at some of those mountain peaks going into especially Saturday afternoon and Sunday in particular. This is the area of low pressure right here, unseasonably cold. You see the speckled clouds? That's the colder air that's moving in. And that's going to be responsible for all of this active weather we've got in store for us. So today, best chances for thunderstorms, central Siskiyou County. There may be a few stray showers later on this afternoon and evening for the north end of the valley, and an off chance for a thunderstorm there as well, but most of it will be today in central Siskiyou County. Tomorrow, most of it is to the west and northwest of the valley. That said, we're still looking at showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for parts of the valley. It just may be later in the day into tomorrow night. Then we go into Saturday. There you can see the better chances for thunderstorms will be for Modoc County and Lassen County. Right? So that's where it's going to just, again, it's all timing with this one because it just depends. It's really important to know where the main area of low pressure is. And of course, that will have an impact on where the showers and thunderstorms will be. Now, with that said, the National Weather Service, I think, is just playing it safe here because it is borderline where we're going to see the heaviest rainfall and where we're not going to see a lot of rainfall. Basically, the farther south you go into Northern California, the slimmer the chance for rain and thunderstorms. I think at this point, the main impact will be the north end of the park fire. So Highway 36, there could be some mudslides and debris flows during a time frame, and I would say mainly Friday night, early Saturday morning. Before then, I'm not concerned about it. So this is for Friday into Saturday morning. Just kind of keep that in mind. Mudslides, debris flows, and not to mention some flash flooding in some areas here. So we take a look at Futurecast, and we're going to walk you through the timing. Here's today at 6 o'clock. There we saw the Storm Prediction Center showing the bulk of the thunderstorms today will be in central Siskiyou County. But we could see some in northern Shasta County and around the Redding area as well. Mainly in form of some light showers, but could we see a stray off chance for a thunderstorm? Not out of the question, but don't count on it. To the south of that, Red Bluff southward, most likely looking at dry conditions. Meanwhile, through the day, the rest of the afternoon today, scattered sprinkles, light showers for Del Norte, western Siskiyou, Humboldt County, and also into Trinity County as well. But notice, all day today, you may even be cloud-free for Modoc County and the eastern mountains. This is all, again, timing with the area of low pressure and where it will be. By the time we get to tonight, most of it will be in Siskiyou County. Elsewhere, it's dry, but windy. Friday morning, here's the main disturbance kind of pushing on through. So we'll start off Friday morning, mainly in Del Norte County, maybe a few stray showers elsewhere, but for the most part, most of it's off to the north and west. Begins to pick up in intensity around noon, especially for the coast, Trinity County, western Siskiyou County, but notice even at noon, still dry for the valley, still dry to the east. Nothing over the park fire just yet, but we're beginning to see some of that rain over the Boise fire by tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow afternoon around 4 p.m., now we're seeing a nice flow of moisture bringing some heavy rainfall, gusty winds, thunderstorms, maybe some hail. Scattered showers, thunderstorms popping up near the valley. So around 4 p.m. in the afternoon, we may see some activity around Redding. Notice Modoc County, notice Lassen County. For the most part, not much going on, just some added cloud cover. So the bulk of it is still to the north and west of the valley through mid-afternoon on Friday. Friday, 6 p.m., now we're still seeing the bulk of the rain to the north and west, but we're still seeing now some of that pushing eastward. So places like Bernie, south of that, looking at some rain over the park fire, but at this point, nothing terribly heavy. Showers, maybe some thunderstorms around the valley, and we're beginning to see a few pop-ups here late in the day Friday for parts of northern Lassen County and Modoc County. But again, the bulk of it is all right here, Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Friday night, 10 p.m., the bulk of the rain again to the north and west of the valley. Redding may get caught up in some of that. Bernie as well, maybe as far south as Red Bluff. South of that is dry. Now we're also seeing Friday night chances for showers, thunderstorms in Modoc County and maybe even parts of Lassen County as well. But notice the park fire. Still not much in the way of rain. That changes though. As we go into Saturday morning, 2 a.m., we're seeing now the bulk of the rain to the north and east of the valley. So Bernie, Alturas, Aden, Fall River Mills, Shingletown, even around Redding and Red Bluff, maybe seeing some of those showers and thunderstorms, maybe as far south as Corning. Still not much for Chico, Willows, or Oroville. But as we go into sometime in the late night hours of Friday, early morning hours on Saturday, now we're seeing the potential for some of that heavy rainfall to push through the north end of the park fire. This is where we have that best potential for mudslides, debris flows, and some of that flash flooding. This is that time frame. Most of you will be asleep and in bed, not a lot of people on the roads. That is good. But if you wake up on Saturday morning, check those road conditions on Highway 36 before heading out, because if that rain should push through that area, you could be looking at some closures due to those mudslides and debris flows should they happen. Meanwhile, Alturas, Lassen County, Modoc County, seeing most of the thunderstorms at this point. Again, most of us are asleep and in bed. You may hear some rumbles of thunder. Snow, by the way, will be over some of those higher elevations, 7,000 feet and higher. Now, you'll notice things are kind of wrapping themselves up Saturday morning. 8 a.m., Lassen, maybe even Modoc County, seeing some showers and thunderstorms. By 10 p.m., it's all pretty much gone. Still mostly cloudy, still a few stray sprinkles and light showers, but not much going on by the mid-morning hours on Saturday. By Saturday afternoon, the clouds are starting to dissipate and we'll be done. I will mention this. This is worth mentioning. If we see clearing sooner than this, there may still be enough leftover moisture for some afternoon, what we call afternoon convection, which means some stray showers and some scattered thunderstorms possibly Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. But those would definitely be few and far between. We'll see. Futurecast isn't picking up on it at this point. So how much rain can we expect? Well, number one, I always want to preface this. Do not look at this and go, oh, I live in Crescent City. I'm going to see over an inch of rain. Not necessarily the case. I live in Redding. I'm going to get 1500s. Depends on where you are in Redding. You might see more. You might see less. It depends on where those thunderstorms go. But what I want this to show you and illustrate is where the bulk of the rain will be. That's all right here. And then another little batch of some heavier rainfall all right here. That is basically in combination of now through Saturday evening when it's all done with it by that point. Okay? And you can see the valley is not seeing as much. Look at Chico, you're not getting much. Willow is not getting any measurable rainfall, at least based on Futurecast, and not as much to the south here either. So again, we have to remember that. And if you look at the north end of the Park Fire, yeah, you are seeing some decent amounts of rainfall there. That's where you can see mudslides, debris flows. In the meantime, also some heavy rainfall over the Boise Fire. This is good to see. Now, lightning strikes aren't good, but we've also got heavy rainfall associated with this, so that will decrease that risk for fire danger when it comes to the lightning strikes. Again, keep in mind though, lightning strikes can strike outside of the main rain core into the drier areas, so that is something to stay alert of. But we do expect some good rainfall coming out of this in some, but not all areas. So the cooler air, that's what's moving on in. We go into Friday. It's just to our north, and then it scoots on out of here by the time we go into Saturday afternoon, and not to mention Sunday. By Sunday into Monday, high pressure will begin to build in from the southwest. It'll then build northward through a good portion, at least the beginning of next week, and then that high pressure will begin to push through toward the middle and latter part of next week. What this essentially means is once the colder air moves out with the storm system over the first half of the weekend, we're warming back up into the upper 90s and even around 100 degrees for parts of the valley here going through next week. So back to normal. Temperatures today are going to be the mid-80s, low to mid-80s for the valley, 70s for most of the higher elevations. There's that chance for thunderstorms for the mountains of northern Shasta County and especially central Siskiyou County. And of course, a few sprinkles, light showers elsewhere to the west of the valley. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook starting off with the valley. We went through the timing of that, so we're not going to really go through that. It's Sunday that you'll notice it's getting warmer, upper 90 to about 100 degrees in the valley by early to the middle of next week. Your coast, inland, and Trinity County neighborhood forecast through Saturday. We dry things out Saturday afternoon and Sunday, warm things back up as we go into early next week. And your Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and your Eastern Mountains neighborhood 7-day forecast, that is, your temperatures are warming up by Sunday, and especially from Monday through Wednesday of next week. That's your afternoon update. Be sure to check in again at 6 o'clock this evening for the latest forecast model data and when we can expect those showers and thunderstorms to move through.
Cottonwood Small Animal Clinic is one of the only clinics in the area that can see your pet same day and for evening emergencies. We're always striving to improve the care that we give to your pets.
Here at Cottonwood Veterinary Clinic, we have 10 brilliant doctors here to provide your pet with amazing collaborative care. From not only your dog to your cat, but also your gecko, your horses, your goats, and your cows. Come on down and see us. Both clinics are located in the heart of Cottonwood.